Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here, and today we're going to be doing a quick pre-game stream, and I do have a big announcement also for the channel for this upcoming NFL season. So we'll talk about that in a little bit, but let's first say hi to some people in the chat, and also we'll go over quickly the inactives and for Washington and for the New York Giants, and then also we'll get into stat predictions and some questions as well. So appreciate everyone who already is in the chat. What's up, Daquavitz? What's up, Paul? What's up, Rosh ADC XMP? Appreciate all of you guys. What's up, Dilraj? Yep, I was in an MMG stream. Great YouTuber as well. So appreciate everyone for coming through. So this game, guys, is super, super important for the Washington football team. And I know everyone knows that, but we really, really need to win this game. I don't think it's a must win, but I mean, like, it's going to be hard to make the playoffs if we don't win this game. We start out really bad last year in terms of like we were like 2-7 last year at one point. Might have, yeah, I think we were 2-7. So we have to be better this year, early on, and we'll see how we do this year against the Giants. Daniel Jones still has our number. Let's say hi to some people in the chat. What's up, Patrick? What's up, Tyler? And what's up, my guy Juan Gotti? He will be streaming the game, so make sure you guys check that out in a little bit. What's up, Lloyd? And Patrick, we already talked. So let's go ahead and go with the inactives and yeah, inactives for the Washington football team and the inactives for the New York Giants. So for the Washington football team, inactives: Daryl Roberts, Shaka Toney, Sadiq Charles, and Samus Reyes. They only needed to make 4 players inactive because they still have a roster spot open because of them cutting or them putting Curtis Samuel and Ryan Fitzpatrick on IR. What's up, Reggie Reg? Appreciate everyone for coming through. So, none of these inactives for the Washington football team really surprised me. Would be nice if Sadiq Charles was there, but they have some depth on the offensive line. Shaka Toney still young. If one of those other edge rushers goes down, like James Smith Williams or Casey Toohill, then obviously he'll step in there, and Samus Reyes still needs a few more weeks. I think this will be a common theme with him being inactive, but it allows you to keep him on the roster. And the Giants, they got a lot of players inactive. And Evan Ingram, their tight end, he's a liability sometimes. He drops a bunch of passes, but he adds a lot to their offense. Colin Johnson, their receiver, is going to be inactive. Josh Jackson as well. Sam Beal, their cornerback. Both of those guys are cornerbacks. Justin Hilliard, their linebacker. Cam Brown is their another guy, is a linebacker, and Quincy Roche. All those guys are inactive, so they got some injuries right there. Obviously, Shane Lemieux, their guard, I think he also is hurt. He will not be playing the game. They have Billy Price, who they signed. They got a new center, so or they traded for, sorry, a couple weeks ago. So he's going to be their starting center. So real quick, guys, I'm going to make a quick announcement. So I have partnered with Winview for the channel. They're going to be sponsoring the channel for the NFL season for the Washington football team. I am really, really happy about that. So basically, real quick, and then before we get into some stat predictions, and you guys are going to do this as well. And what's up, Reggie Reg and Paul? Appreciate everyone for coming through. So just a quick, uh, breakdown of what Windview is. They're the nation's leading sports predictor, allowing you to compete in a pregame or live contest against other people and not the house. And basically, you're answering 8 questions about each game before it begins, or you can play in quarter-long contests while you're watching. And they got some free contests for you to join, so you don't have to, put in money right away. And there's no spreads, over unders, or salary caps, just questions about the teams and players you love. So I'm really, really excited for this partnership. Make sure the link is on the screen right now, winview.tv/Pedro. Make sure you guys go ahead, at least check it out, and go ahead and enter a free contest right there and see how you like the platform. New users with the first time deposit bonus of up to $200. Play your first $20 risk free. So there's no risk with those first $20. They are refundable. What's up, King Sean James? So let's go ahead and do some stat predictions for today's game. And I want you guys to go in here as well and help me out. But again, check out winview.tv/Pedro. Brian, if you can put that in the chat, I would appreciate that. Really appreciate what you're doing um, on the live chat. So let's go ahead and get some with predictions. Taylor Heineke in the comments down below. Give me your prediction for Taylor Heineke. How many passes does he throw? How many does he complete? What are the yards and stuff like that? So I'm gonna go. Taylor Heineke is nine. I'm gonna go. Yeah, 19 for, let's say 19 for 30. I'm gonna go 20 for 31 with 210 passing yards. He's gonna get two. I'm gonna go one touchdown, no picks, and I'm gonna say he's going to get 39 yards rushing. In the comments down below, everyone who's in the chat, go ahead and put your prediction. I think, we don't need Taylor Heineke to have a big game. He just has to be serviceable for us to win this game. We got to rely on our run game and our stout defense. King Sean says 22 for 34, 235 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And if he does that, I really think we are in very, very good shape to win this game. I really, really do think we are. We got 20 people in the chat. Super, super hyped for this game, guys. So like I said, real quick, make sure you guys check out winview.games. You guys can enter a bunch of free contests, and starting out, you got $20 risk free. Make sure you guys check it out right here. Link is in the chat, and use code Pedro. So let's see. King Sean says 35 yards rushing. James Panda says 202 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Let's see. DeQuavis thinks De'Ami Brown's going to have a big game. Let's hope. Let's really hope. Our rookie class needs to step up a little bit. Tyler C says 23 for 33, 215 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And then Casper Hill, 26 for 35, 275 yards, and 1 touchdown. So, a lot of people are, thinking he's going to have a huge game. And if he does, we're going to win. But we don't even need him to have that big of a game. Hassan says, and shout out to Hassan, always coming in the chat, 23 for 30 or 29, 278, and 2 touchdowns. So that's a big game for Heineke, and we're gonna need him to extend these plays and help out this offense today. So let's go with McLaurin. I'm gonna say McLaurin has they gotta target him more this week. I'm gonna say 6 catches for I'm going to say 6 catches for 84 yards, 6 catches for 84 yards, and 1 touchdown. I think he's going to have a big game today. He usually steps up against the Giants. PEMP says, please no injuries. Yeah, we don't need an injury, especially to Taylor Heineke. We got to protect him. Our offensive line has to protect him, and he has to protect himself. Don't, just try to get 1 or 2 extra yards to, risk getting injured. Asan says 7 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown. Similar prediction for Wishman, but he's got a little bit more yards. A lot of people got around the same thing, 5, 6, 7 catches for around 80-ish yards, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, with a touchdown. We got to target him and Logan Thomas more today. We absolutely have to do it. Let's see. Also, guys, I want to hear in the comments what your score prediction for today's game is. Give me your score predictions, and then I'll give you guys my score prediction as well. So let's see. I'm trying to read the comments real quick. Reggie Reg says 6 catches, 92 yards, and 2 TDs. Hey, let's hope he gets those 2 TDs. Yeah, James, he needs to get, hopefully he can get some more touchdowns. That was more unlucky last year with the quarterbacks, and just our offense wasn't great. So let's see. We got 26-17, 27-17, 24-17. Old Guy Gaming Network says Giants 56, Washington 3. I hope not. I mean, hey, it's gonna be hard. Tomorrow's not gonna be a good day if that's a score for at least for me. Tyler C says 28-16. So my prediction for this game is 24 Washington, 16 New York Giants. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I think we will win this game. We just need Taylor Heineke to be okay. We don't need him to be good. Just be okay, be serviceable, and make plays when we need him to make some plays. So James says 24-20. And also, guys, I'm gonna pull up some of the bets from Winview, and we can just do that as well. They got some good questions besides just over under stats that we do here. They've got some other things as well. Um, I am all in for an 0-17 season. Can't wait for the draft. Hey, we still got a long, long time before we're talking about drafting these top QBs. I still am in on this season. It was one game. We lost by 4 points. Yes, we probably should have lost by more, but our team, we were fighting. We were fighting, and I think that we should be able to beat the Giants. And if we don't, it is very concerning because we then end up playing the Bills the week after that. We do have an extra, a few extra days, but um, that's gonna be good. Jairus, hey, just hit me up on Twitter and we can try to get something going. That would be great. That would be great. Just let me know on Twitter. My Twitter, I believe, is in my description. So go ahead and DM me on there. We can, do something, do a collab anytime soon. So let's go ahead and do some predictions on Winview again. Check them out. Great, great site. So any players and do you guys think any player records a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown in this game? Everyone answer that down below. Do you think, I mean, that's really for Gibson on offense. Do you think he's going to get a touchdown or a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown? I am going to say no for this game. I don't think any players will get a rushing and receiving touchdown just because Saquon is still coming back from his injury. He's very, very, very limited. So it's going to take him some more time before he gets going. And I think Gibson's going to get a rushing touchdown, but I'm not sure about a receiving touchdown. So I'm going to go ahead and say no, but there's definitely a possibility. It's just that I don't think Gibson had a receiving touchdown last year, and I don't think they're going to use McKissick that much this year. So, or this game. So that's why I'm just going to put no for this. And we'll go on to the next prediction. Who wins the game? I think we all know the answer to this. I think I know the answer that everyone's going to put in this chat, and that's going to be Washington. That's what I'm putting. I think Washington's going to win this game. Like I said, I put the prediction as 24-16. I'm going to put 750 points on this right here. I want to read some of the people in the chat. You guys go ahead and put some of these predictions as well. Let's see. Will Jones, appreciate you coming through. He says, hey, bro, first time I've been on your live when you're actually showing your face. Hey, and go Skins. Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, I don't do face cam on videos, but I do it on the live streams every week. So make sure to come through. I usually do them on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, but today, because our game is on a Thursday, switching it up a little bit. But yeah, make sure you guys pull up to some other ones. So the game is decided by 8 points or fewer. I'm saying yes for that. I know some people in the chat we're saying we're gonna win by more, but I'm gonna say it's an 8 point game, so that goes perfectly with what I said. I'm gonna go ahead and do I'm going to go ahead and say that it's an 8 point or less win for the Washington football team. What do you guys think in the chat? Go ahead and put your predictions in the chat. Let's see. Daniel Jones will get one passing, rushing, and receiving the hat trick. Hey, it would just be our luck if that happens. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be tough sleeping. I mean, we got the games probably gonna end like at 11:30, and then after that I gotta make a video, and then probably it'll take me even longer after that to go to sleep because I'm gonna be either really amped up and happy about the game or really amped up and really really pissed about the game. So let's hope that it's a win and it's by a comfortable margin. Um Let's see. Caden Talk Sports. Y'all definitely can win, but not by 8 points. I got Giants in overtime. I'm putting us winning by 8 or less, which is what the prediction was saying. So that's what I put right there. Okay. The next one. This is tough. So at least for me, Taylor Heineke records more total passing yards than Daniel Jones in the game. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Because here's the thing, their run blocking is absolutely terrible. The Giants' run blocking is not good at all, and their pass blocking is better than the run blocking, not great. So, and Saquon's injured and stuff, so they might have to pass a lot more than us, and we might be able to rely a little bit more on a run game. I'm gonna go with Jones having more in this game. I'm not super confident in this, but it is what it is. And if you guys are coming in here, go ahead and check out Winview and use this code. This contest right here that I'm doing, totally free. There's no risk for it, so go ahead and check it out. At least check out the site and go ahead and check it out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna predict Daniel Jones gets a little bit more passing yards than Taylor Heineke. Yep, 1 more hour. Bob says, where can you watch the game? I believe it's on Fox, and it might be on NBC as well, but it's on one of those two. And there's always those streaming sites that you can watch. They are a little bit fishy, but you can watch it. What's up, Philip B? Appreciate you coming through. What's up, Lloyd the Hooper? Appreciate you coming through. So let's see the next question. Saquon Barkley and Antonio Gibson each score at least one touchdown in this game. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think Gibson scores. I'm not too sure about I'm not too sure about Saquon. So I'm gonna, but I haven't done many like bets that are I'm just gonna say yes for this. I'm gonna risk it a little bit, and put yes for this one. Gets me a little bit more points on this. Hey, yes, Gibson's got to hold on to the ball today. We cannot have a turnover like he had last game. We got to win the turnover battle. That's something we definitely have to do. Yeah, Kaden, I have a Danny Jones or Danny Dimes at a little bit more passing yards and Heineke. But who knows? Yeah, we better also force some turnovers on Daniel Jones. So let's see. The next question is, Terry McLaurin or Kenny Galladay record a reception of 30 or more yards in this game. I don't think Galladay does, just because he's a possession receiver. He just doesn't get that many big plays. He's a good receiver, but I just don't think he's gonna have like a big play. He might have a couple really nice catches, maybe even a touchdown. I just don't think he's gonna have an explosive 30+ yard play. But I think he did it last game. I'm gonna put a bunch on this. I'm gonna say Terry ends up doing this. I think he has a chance to have a big catch in this game. What's up, Cat? Let's see. Uh, DeQuavis says, I think Saquon's gonna have a game tonight. One touchdown, 80 yards. I mean, he usually balls out against us. He definitely does. But I just don't think it'll be today because he's still recovering from his injury. So they're easing him back in. It's a short week of rest. So I just think that they're gonna, ease him back in, and he won't have that many, he won't have that many carries. So let's see. Let's go for the next question. Will either team force two or more turnovers? Let's go. Yes, I think we better force two turnovers today, and maybe the Giants will as well. But we got to force some turnovers if we want to win this game, or at least get some pressure on Daniel Jones. And good question, Will. I forgot to show this earlier, but I do got a Terry McLaurin jersey on right now. Maybe I'll switch to a Chase Young jersey before the game. I had a Chase Young jersey, or I had a Terry McLaurin jersey on last game. So let's see. Caden Talk Sports. Are you a Giants fan? Just quick question. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, that's something that's underrated about Daniel Jones. Has that running ability where he on that read option, he can get some yards. Also can fumble, but he definitely can get have some big plays. So I think we will force 2 turnovers, hopefully, today. And also, the next question is, at least 4 total field goals are made in this game. I also think there will be more likely 4 or more field goals because both of these teams, and definitely the Giants, have struggled on offense lately. So I think, they might get the Giants might get in the red zone a couple of times, and we have a really, really good red zone defense. So I think that there will be 4 total field goals in this game. The thing I like about this is there's questions, and these questions aren't just over unders on player props and stuff like that. These questions require you to think a little bit more. So make sure you guys check Windview out. We got to keep Terry active. Makers need more. Yes, he needs more targets. Terry and Logan Thomas need more targets. And I think also, Gibson and McKissick need to be a little bit more involved in the pass catching game as well. So let's see. Caden says, I'd rather score than worry about what people think. So him trip. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a big deal. I mean, it was kind of funny. It was definitely kind of funny, but he ended up scoring anyway. So it really didn't affect the game that much. I don't think they might have won that game. I'm not completely sure. But it didn't affect it because they ended up scoring right away. Let's see. Anthony says, I feel very sorry for the Giants tonight. They're going to be completely and utterly annihilated by the Washington Redskins, and they're going to destroy them. Final score: Washington 27, Giants 20, or Giants 13. Hey, let's hope Washington is able to demolish them that much. I mean, if they are, then I'm gonna be really, really happy tomorrow and today, obviously, but I think it's gonna be a little bit closer. I don't have that much I don't have that much faith in the offense today. We'll see though. We will see. Will Jones says, Pedro, thoughts on JD McKissick? I think they need to involve him a little bit more in the pass catching game. I'm fine with him not getting that many rushes, get a few runs in this game, 2, 3, 4, maybe a little bit more than he got last game, but I think more importantly, involve him a little bit more on third down. Put him on the field more because he is a threat. And even if you don't target him, he'll draw some defenders. Either team records 275 or more total. I think that's a no-brainer. I think someone will gonna put a bunch of points on that. I mean, 275 yards. I mean, I don't think there's a good chance, but I think there's a chance that one team gets that just passing. Probably not, but I mean, I think it'll be easy to get over 275. Let's see. Both teams combined to record 5 or more sacks in this game. Hey, Door Gunner, appreciate you coming through. Says 2:30 in the morning over here, man. That is brutal. That is really, really brutal. I mean, that means the game starts at 3:30. Ooh, hey, let's hope for Door Gunner's sake that Washington wins so the start of his day is good because if they don't, it's going to be a rough day for Door Gunner. But hey, I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Steven Nguyen says, you think our third down defense will be better versus New York? It's hard for it not to be. It's hard for it not to be. Our third down defense was the worst it was since like 1994 for Washington. It might have been like a record I'm not sure if it was a record for the NFL, but we definitely are going to play better third down defense, but the question is how much better are they going to be? Oh, Corey's got your seats. That's great. Hopefully he has a great time there. But it is raining, but it should clear up relatively soon. Let's see. Who has the best receiver group? Right now, I would say the Giants, but once Curtis Samuel gets back on the field, I think it's pretty close, and we probably have a better receiving core. But right now, I definitely would say the Giants, even with Kadarius Toney, and honestly, I don't know. Just because Kadarius Toney is really not a factor right now, just because they're easing him back in, and Galladay is a factor, but he's still coming back from his injury. Still probably lean towards the Giants, but eventually Washington in a little bit. Let's see this question. Both teams combined to record 5 or more sacks. I'm gonna say Washington gets like 3 sacks. I think they're gonna throw the ball away quickly. So I'm gonna say no. don't have too much confidence in this pick, but that's what I have right there. So we made our predictions right there. And like I said, make sure you guys check out Winview. They got a bunch of, different contests you can join. Some are free and some you have to put in some money, but you're have the chance to make some money. And like I said, the new users first time deposit bonus of up to $200, and you can play your first $20 risk free. And yeah, so please guys check that out and let me know what you guys think. So let's go ahead and let's answer a few more questions, and I'll put the link in here again. At least check it out for me. Let's see. Our linebackers definitely need to step up their game. They didn't play well at all against the Chargers, and Jamin Davis. Let's hope. I think hopefully we can bank on him getting better each week. He wasn't great in week 1, but let's hope by week 6, week 7, he's really, really improved, because our linebacking core is basically the exact same as last year, just replacing KPL Kevin Pierre-Louis with Jamin Davis. So I mean, I really wish we would have either drafted another linebacker or signed one in free agency, or even KJ Wright at the end of the offseason. I don't like our linebacking core at all. But it is what it is at this point. Really, not much they can do about it. Not much that they can do about it at all. But they just got to step up. And our defensive line, the strength of our football team, they are the ones that really have to step up. Get pressure on Daniel Jones. Their tackles are not great. Matt Parrott and Nate Solder, who are, their right tackles, they kind of rotate in. I think, I think that Nate Solder will start, and then Andrew Thomas. Their tackles are not strong, but especially their right tackles are not strong at all. So we gotta, definitely abuse him over there. And Andrew Thomas, he had a solid game in pass blocking last week, but it wasn't against very good competition. So let's hope we can do better against him. And also, their run blocking overall, the offensive line was terrible against the Broncos. Sorry, how many snaps did Jamin Davis even play? I think he played like 52% of the snaps. I think that's what the number was. Didn't play that much, but again, he's young, very raw. Hopefully, he'll get better and better as the season goes on and get some more snaps. So, Door Gunner says, "Be mad if they lose, but we can't keep losing." Yes, if we lose to the Giants today, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, 0-4 against them, and they're just not a good football team. I mean, I think, and for Giants fans that are here, I think they will be at least average to above average football team at the end of the season or in the middle of the season. But right now, their offensive scheme is awful with Garrett. Kadarius Toney, Kenny Galladay, and Saquon Barkley are all really half of themselves. Like they're still easing back in, and also, Evan Ingram is out, Shane Lemieux is out. So, and they have, Nick Gates is switching left guard, Billy Price is playing center. So I think that they are a good football team, but not right now. I think as the season goes on, they will get better. But it really comes down to Daniel Jones this season. Caden says, uh, Giants are better than the football team, and it's not even close. I mean, that's your opinion. I would disagree with that, but I mean, we're both a little bit biased here, so I mean, we'll see. He says, better on every part of the ball other than line and maybe or O line and maybe D line. I think that's what you're saying. Even coaches better. I would disagree with our coaching staff because you got to take into account all the coaches. Ron Rivera, Jack Del Rio, Scott Turner, all the assistant coaches, and I know the Giants fans do not like Jason Garrett at all and aren't really happy with how the seasons have started out for Joe Judge as well. So I would not agree with that. Our D line 100 and way better than your D line. Our offensive line is better. Our tight end is better in my opinion. And I know a lot of Giants fans talk about that where they do not like Evan Ingram at all. Currently, our running back room is better, and of course, in 2, 3, 4 weeks, once Saquon comes back, your running back room is going to be better. But at the moment, it's not. Um, Defense, Linebackers, you guys probably got the edge there. You guys got a good linebacker in Blake Martinez. Secondary, I mean, your secondaries, I don't know. You guys got Xavier McKinney, Logan Ryan, James Bradbury, Dory Jackson. So you guys got a good secondary, but I think we have a good secondary as well. William Jackson, Kendall Fuller, Landon Collins, Bob McCain, and Cameron Curl. I wish they wouldn't play Landon Collins as many snaps as they do, but we'll see. We'll see, Caden, how it is after this game, and we'll really know then. We'll see. I mean, I'm higher on the Giants than most people. I just think they're going to start out a little bit slower because of, the injuries that you guys had in camp and last season. So let me know if you agree with that. If you think you're going to start out a little bit slower because of that. At least your offense, your defense, if I can remember, is relatively healthy, but your offense is really, really unhealthy, and they're easing back in, like Saquon, Kenny Galladay, and who else am I missing? I was just saying it earlier, Kadarius Toney. So we'll see. And then Shane Lemieux's out, Evan Ingram's out. But guys, we need to win this game. Keys to Vic about this in yesterday's stream. Can't believe I streamed back-to-back days, but I did it. So I mean, we got to Taylor Heineke. Don't need him to be a gunslinger. Just we can rely on the run game, and he needs to make just a few third down conversions, big, like obviously he needs to make more than a few third down conversions, but make a few big plays for us, extend the play, get out of the pocket, make some plays with his legs, and I think we can do that. I mean, I think if we do that, we can win as long as he doesn't have that many turnovers. Our special teams needs to, if they play like they did last year, that's going to help us out a lot. Or not last year, last week. They played really well against the Chargers. Tress Way was amazing. Dustin Hopkins was solid. He missed a 51-yarder, but that's it. And that's because of Brandon Sheriff, really. And DeAndre Carter was good as well. So if they can play well, I think that's going to help us out a ton. That's really going to help us out a ton. Let's see. O-line, got to protect Heineke. No, we cannot have Taylor Heineke injured. We really, really cannot. We got to, help him. We got to get him to stay healthy until Fitzpatrick does come back. Because even if Heineke is the starter when Fitzpatrick comes back, at least you have someone to back him up. You have someone to back him up who is good, and I'm okay with Kyle Allen, but I think I'd rather have a better backup out there. So we will see how this game plays out, and we also got to pressure Daniel Jones and force some turnovers there. We have to force some turnovers on Daniel Jones. And if we can do that, we can hopefully break the curse. I also saw something that the Giants are 0-5 with Daniel Jones on prime time. So that's another streak. That's one of the streaks is going to get broken. They're also 0-6 on Thursday Night Football since 2015, I believe. So one of these streaks that we talked about, 0-4 against the Giants or against Daniel Jones, and the primetime streak, one of those streaks is going to end today. One of them is going to end, and hopefully it's the Washington one that we haven't beat Daniel Jones yet. And we can stop hearing from the Giants fans that we're 0-4 against Daniel Jones, because it is a good point, but we have to end it because it's annoying. It's definitely annoying, but it's definitely a solid point right there. So any final questions? And I want to hear everyone's score prediction again. Like I said earlier, 24-16 for me. That's where I have Washington winning. 24-16 could be way closer though. Washington is favored by 3.5 points. It is at home, so that's why they get a little bit of an advantage. But let's see. Caden says Joe Judge is one of the best coaches in the NFL. Okay, let's slow it down. I like Joe Judge, but they went 6-10 last year. You can't go 6-10 as your first year as a head coach with no experience prior and say that he's a one of the best coaches in the NFL. If he had prior to that went to the Super Bowl one or two times, and he was coming in with the Giants, then you could say that. But right now, he's only coached 1 year, and 6-10 or definitely was better than what I thought it would be. He did a good job at the end of the season, but I'm not ready to say he's one of the best coaches in the NFL. I like him. I definitely like him, but I don't think that he's one of the best coaches in the NFL. Caden says 24-21 Giants in OT. I hope it does not go to OT, regardless of what the whoever wins. I don't want it to go to OT. Evan says 21-17 Washington. And Joey says 24-14 Washington. I got 24-16. I got 24-16 with us scoring 3 touchdowns and a field goal, and the Giants scoring 1 touchdown and 3 field goals. I think they're going to get in our red zone a decent amount of time, but we got a good red zone defense, and we'll hold them to field goals. I definitely think that is a possibility where they get a bunch of yards on us, but we're a bend but don't break defense. And I think we will win this game. Brian says 27-17, and Double A Stack says 17-7. I more than anything want to blow out this game for us to win, just so I can be relaxed for most of the game. But I don't think it's gonna happen. What's up, Diego? Um, but yeah, guys, appreciate everyone for coming through. Any last questions, I'll go ahead and answer that. But please, 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 guys, make sure to check out Winview. I put their link in the chat. Like I said, you can do a bunch of free contests there. They got contests for all sports and all these NFL games, not just Washington. And there's free contests and then anywhere from $2 to $1 entry fees for some other ones. So make sure you guys check them out and let me know what you guys think. It's not like over under for players, but it's more like it's more like questions that we talked about earlier that you got to think about a little bit more, but are more specific to your team. Fraggle says 20-17 Skins, gonna be stressful. Hey, as long as we get the dub, I am gonna be happy about this game and appreciate the $2 donation. And people are asking about the jersey. I'll show it again. I got a Scary Terry, or he doesn't like that nickname, but we got a Terry McLaurin jersey, and we got to find a good nickname. We got to find a good nickname for Terry McLaurin, and I'm gonna keep calling him Scary Terry. I know he doesn't like it, but the reason he doesn't like it is because there's an NBA player, Terry Rozier, who is called Scary Terry, but he's not on Terry McLaurin's level. So until he announces a nickname that he likes, I know the captain was kind of one, but I don't necessarily like that. But we'll see. Appreciate the donation, Fraggles, and yeah, guys, appreciate everyone for coming through. Hopefully, in a few hours when I do the pre or the post game recap, it's a W, and we are happy. If not, I don't even know if I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna be very, very, very upset. So again, guys, thanks for coming. Appreciate you guys for coming through. And like I said, check out Windview and use code Pedro or use that link right there to download the app. Peace out, guys.